What's going on, guys? Wanted to make a quick video on how you can leverage DeFi like MetaLend to maximize your allocation for wild forests. It's a different way of doing it. Kind of using borrowed money to get your allocation. This is what I'm doing. It's a strategy. Me sharing this actually can screw me over because the more people that do it, the more expensive it gets. But right now, it's kind of cheap. I want to give you guys a strategy on how to do this. So the first things first is you got to have a MetaLend account and have to put up some collateral. What I like about MetaLend is that you can use staked RON as collateral. What do you mean, Travis? Right now, I have about 17,000 RON staked through MetaLend in the validators, in the Ronin validators. So similar to um, these exact validators that you see here, I'm staked in them but through MetaLend, right? Cool thing about MetaLend is they have an auto restaking feature, so you don't have to stake it every day. You deposit some RON for gas and they'll auto restake. But that's just side information. But with my collateral on MetaLend being my RON staking, I can now borrow money. So just to show you guys the details, yeah, you guys can see on the screen. I can borrow up to 14,000 and a half dollars using MetaLend. And again, I can show you my collateral. It's all right now RON staked, and you can see all the different validators that it's staked in. You can see Animoca, you can see AxiChat, Cocoa Bear, DApp Radar, Moku. You can choose the validators you want to. So they're all there, and it allows me to borrow. So borrowing USDC right now is actually pretty expensive. I was in a USDC loan before, paid that off. But borrowing RON right now is only 7.3% a year, which is really cheap. Another strategy is actually just to borrow and then stake because you're earning around 12% staking. So you can kind of earn the difference. Don't want to push that strategy too much because the more people that borrow, the higher this price goes. So, I mean, if I was to do max allocation, which I don't suggest, I can borrow up to 7,000 RON, right? That would increase the APR up to 8%. I'm not going to do that much. I'm going to do about 5,000 actually. So that, as you can see, it takes up 63% of the loan that I can borrow. I'm okay with that. So I'm going to confirm the borrow. Confirm the transaction. And then so I'll be charged at a 7% a year for these 5,000 RON. Now the thing is, I'm only doing this for 1 week. So if you divide 7% by 365, multiply it by 7, then multiply it by my RON, I don't know how much that's going to be, but I don't know. I'm guessing 10, 20 bucks. I don't know. I'll have to do the math and write it in the comments. But it'll cost me about, I'm going to say 20 bucks to borrow 5,000 RON for a week. Now, with that RON, let me make sure it makes it into my account. Boom, boom, boom. I had about 2,900, so now I'm at almost 8,000 RON. Perfect. Then I can go to the Mavis Marketplace. I can wrap my RON. Let me do almost max. Let's do 7,900. I get my wrapped RON. Boom, boom, boom. And I can partake in the Wild Force Launchpad. And this is without touching any of my staked RON. Now, again, if more and more people do this, this 8% that is, or 7% that is costing me is going to go up. So then I could go into Launchpad. Let me make sure everything's refreshed. I like refreshing the page. This one, uh, this, um, yes, yes, yes. Oh, you got to sign this too. Okay. Um, I can put the 1,000 max for this one because I think you get the largest allocation in this capped one, and I'll put the rest in the uncapped. Now again, the biggest risk here is if the staking, if it starts charging me like 20% a year, it just means it's more expensive. But all I have to do is return that 5,000 RON and the little difference that it charges me, and I'll be okay. So confirm staking. And then do it on the other one. And then let's see, can I already see my estimated allocation? Not yet. Let's check this unlimited one. Ooh. There's 1.3 million staked already? Oh my God. Okay. Stake the 69,000 here. Approve. I probably have to sign the same thing. And you can see purchase period will be December 5th, which is in, yeah, which is in about a week. Stake. Boom, bada bing, bada boom. I have my raw stake. Now, if I wanted to borrow more, I could borrow more, but I do like sticking around the 50, 60% in case there's some kind of crazy market fluctuations. Let me see if it's updated my potential allocation. No, it hasn't yet. I guess we'll give it some time to update. But that's something really cool. Again, leveraging DeFi. I'm borrowing Ron to allocate. So I haven't touched my 20K or my 16K Ron in here. I've only borrowed. But again, now see, it has a bit of a warning that I'm using 63%. If this goes to 100%, it actually ends up selling the RON in my validators. So that's a big thing to know. You don't want to be dancing around the high percentages because then, yes, the RON in those validators will get sold. Another thing is if you decide to use staked RON as your collateral, you do have to wait 3 days for that staking period because your validator is locked, right? If they need to be able to sell your RON if you go over your borrowing rate, and if the validator is locked, they can't sell your RON. So the validator needs to be unlocked so that they have access to liquidate you if you borrow too much. Just wanted to share that with you guys. If you guys have any questions, drop them in the comments. Kind of a long-winded video, but it's a bit of an educational one. Good luck to everybody that's partaking in the Wild Forest Launchpad if you're able to. And yeah, see you guys soon.